everybody. Excuse me. I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to pop on. Turn down my volume on my phone and set myself up so that I can see the chat. Okay. All right. There is that. All right, just waiting on everybody to pop on. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to finish up my coasters today. Just waiting on some people to hop on, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. I just wanted to let you guys know, I am so sorry for not posting the last couple of days. I wasn't feeling too well. I went to the doctor and had to get some medicine. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Of course, I still have a cough, and it's, subsiding a little bit. But you know how it goes. These things take time. And of course, you got to take care of yourself. So I will be right back in action this week. I'll be posting videos. I have videos from last week that I did not post, so I'll be posting those first. And then I am going to start posting what I filmed this week as well. So lots of stuff coming up your way. Pretty cool stuff, I think. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my coasters. Now, you've seen me paint the coasters. You've seen me varnish the coasters. My favorite thing to do when I do varnish the coasters is do my Krylon spray to give them this really pretty glossy sheen. Then I take a enamel spray that I get from the, hey Camille. Yes, I'm sure. I'm feeling much better. I do think that it's subsiding. It was not so, it wasn't too horrible. It was just I just didn't feel good. But I'm back, and now I'm going to show people how I finish these coasters. I do leave them like this if I was going to display them as a piece of art, but I'm going to use these as coasters. So what I've decided, I went on Joann's.com and I found these cute felt pieces. I don't know if you guys can tell what that is. Okay. Cute little felt pieces. They are self-adhesive felt pieces. And I found them on Joann.com. You just peel it and stick it, craft felt. I don't know how strong the adhesive is on these, but they seem to be pretty well. I did these two as a tester, and they seem to be doing pretty well. So, and then also I feel like they won't get damaged either. Now, when I cut these, I'll show you how I'm going to trim them in a minute, but when I cut these, I just traced the tile here, And then I cut them out with my scissors and stuck them on. But I think I'm going to go with my X-Acto knife and trim this edge on both of them. Let me get up here close and see if I can't show you that. You see how there's like a lip of an edge? So I'll take my X-Acto and I will trim them to be flush like these sides. But first, let's stick on the backs. So, like I said, I laid my tile down and I trimmed it. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to follow the lines that I traced on the back of this with my Sharpie pen. And I'm going to try my best to stay straight on this line. Camille, how are you doing, babe? And there's one. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other one just because we're cutting. Yeah, amen, Camille. Amen. Vertical and breathing, that's exactly it. So I'm just cutting out my So how are things in Australia these days? Is the weather treating y'all nice? I know here it's like pollen everywhere and everybody is getting this cough and just sinuses out the wazoo. So okay guys, so on this felt, the back peels off pretty easily, and you just stick it on. Now, I'm doing this as a practice run for the commission piece that I did not too long ago. The Southern, the Rustic Southern Coasters. I had that commission, and I want to felt the backs to make sure. Oh, got that a little off kilter. I haven't pulled it up yet, but let's see if it still sticks even though I pulled on it. Oh, I love autumn. Autumn is one of my favorite times of year. The colors in the world are just so beautiful. The maroon and yellow and orange. Okay, this guy seems to be giving me some trouble on lining up. I might have to find a new piece for this guy. Alright, line up please. I do want it to be flush, so I am taking my time and making sure it is flush. I may end up using an adhesive on underneath these, depending on how well this felt sticks. Okay, that is so much better. So I have a few places I need to trim off of this one as well. But that's okay. Beautiful. I like how they sit on top of each other with the felt, and it seems like it would make it thicker, but it doesn't really make it too thick. So that makes me happy. This is one of the PBO Studio acrylic coasters I did. Yes, Camille, I agree totally. But I'm gonna do this set, the PBO Studio acrylic set, this one. that we did on here. I'm going to do this one next, but I need to go get a sanding block because I do have a little lump where my cup sat right here. If you can see, the paint kind of raised up off of the tile there. And I'm just going to sand that down before I try to stick something on the back of those. And 3 out of 4 of them are that way. So I've got to make a trip to Walmart tonight. And I'll just grab me a sanding block and sand that down before I try to stick my felt down. These were alcohol ink painted. So they don't have any lip or bump or anything on the bottom where I had to stick cups on them. So Camille, the painting, the accidental fractal painting turned out so beautiful. You know, you were the first person I thought of when I painted that because literally my mind went straight to the coral reef and I could just see little Nemo swimming around in the coral reef and going in and out of his anemone. And it was so cute, and I was like, man, that if I were underwater in Australia, this is what I would imagine it would look like. I'm actually going to pull that out in just a second and show you how it dried, and I'm going to show you a Yupo that I did. I really wish I had not done it off camera, but I did do it off camera, and it's too pretty to cut up for pendants, so I'm actually going to have it matted and framed. Hey, Tammy. Okay, so Joann.com sold those, and I really like it better than cork too. They come in a pack of 6, wrapped like this, and this is what it looks like out of the pack, and it just says Stick It Craft Felt, and Joanns.com, they were fairly cheap, but it already has the stickies on it, and it's easy to use, really easy to use. I bought 3 packs, so I'm fairly happy with the results so far. I could get a lot of coasters out of that. So but this is how I'm going to finish the backing of my coasters, simply because of, I don't know, I like cork. I do like the idea of cork, but to me felt just, it's softer on the design when I know people like to stack their coasters. So I feel like felt is going to be softer on the design. So now I have all my felt pieces on the back. It looks very pretty and finished, but like I said, you guys, I have like a little bit of a lip where I had just traced out that square and cut it with scissors. So I'm going to take my X-Acto and I'm going to run it along the edges and make sure that they are nice and flush. This one's actually pretty good. Hey, that one's pretty perfect. Nice. Okay, there's that. So let me grab my set. First things first. I've been working on pendants. My little niece loves video games, and my boyfriend does too. So she spent the night with us over the weekend. And while they were playing video games, I was cutting pendants. Ta-da! Lots and lots of pretty pendants. I have to pour resin in. Just all these different colors and shapes and sizes. Oh no, and I dropped one. Okay. So I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. Keep them stacked. Thank you, Camille. I love making pendants. I really do. I think they're beautiful. I think it's really neat to have a one-of-a-kind piece of art around your neck. It's just one of the things that I absolutely love. Okay. That one is perfect. These three need to be trimmed. Here we go. Let's start with this guy here. I'm just going to use my regular one. And I'm just going to run along the edge here. And let's see how easy this is to cut with an X-Acto. Well, let's try it again. The adhesive stuck to my X-Acto, but that's okay. You can always buy blades for these things. Oh, nice. Okay. Alright guys, so that now I have a procedure for these. If I accidentally cut the felt too big, just run your X-Acto over the side. And it becomes flush. And what, bada bing, bada boom. So that is nifty. Move the clippings off the edge. Let's see, do I need to run it on this side? I think so, because it's not as flush as I want it. And run it over a couple times, and it should come right up. There we go. Okay, I don't like that one so much. Oh, okay, so that's an option. Move that out. So it's a good thing that these are for me. Because now what I'm doing, of course, is I'm playing around with my technique on how to get this felt nice and even. I'm not a measurer. I never really have been. When I do these things, I just kind of eyeball it or trace or whatever. And it is what it is. Even when I'm pouring my... Oh yeah, totally. Looks like with orange flowers make nice pendants glued to Yupo. Oh yeah. There is that. Okay, that one's done too. This one has a lip, but the other sides feel pretty great. Now, I went over that one a couple times because the lip was pretty substantial. The sticky, you guys, seems to be doing pretty good. Now on the Camille, the commission one, I might just go ahead and put an extra layer of maybe like E6000 down, just to be sure that something that I'm actually selling will stay put together. But for like, if you were making these for like a gift or to be in your home, I totally recommend just using the sticky. It's easy, it's fast, it's affordable, and I think it looks so much better and sits really, really nice on top of each other. Like I said, people stack coasters, so you don't want anything damaging the design that you've worked so hard on. Even the coasters themselves. There's a little bit of lip on this side, this one. I think this was the one that gave me trouble sticking down. Make sure that this is nice and tight. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Doesn't feel tight. Might switch my Yupo here. Or my knife. Oh, there it goes. Oh yeah, that is so much better. So much more control. What is it here? Oh, you just said that, Camille. I just read that. So, hey guys, I'm super excited. So, I love pouring. You guys know pouring is definitely my passion. But I also do mixed media in my off time. Well, all of my art time is my off time. But I do mixed media as well, you know, when I'm out of my studio, when I'm at home. It's kind of like my thing that I do at home to keep my hands moving. Anyway, there is a really cool channel on YouTube. It's Lori Marie Jenkins, and she is doing what we are calling a round robin. So she's doing a package, and she'll send it to the first person. And I think she said that I was the first person, which I'm really super excited about. And she's filled it full of goodies. And what happens is you get this package in the mail, and you can take out something, but you have to put something in to replace it. And then you send it to the next person. And then you send it to the next person. And I believe you're allowed to put a make, something that you've made or something that you've worked on, in the box as well. So I will be doing that. And I can't wait to do that. I don't know if we're required to film it for our YouTube channels, but I will probably film it for my YouTube channel, and it'll be one of my lives from the house, not my studio. So if you guys want to tune into that and check that out, that would be pretty cool. I'll let you guys know, of course, if I decide to do the live. I'm really, 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 really excited. And if you guys have a chance to go over to Lori Marie Jenkins' channel, go ahead and go over there and check her out, because she is amazing. She teaches very easily. She has a very smooth way of teaching. And I really was happy to find her channel and to get into something else as well. But that's going to be really fun to participate in. I can't wait to do it. I think I want to put some of my Yupos in there. I think that'll be fun, and it'll be fun to see what other people can do with my artwork. So I'm thinking, you know, kind of throwing out ideas. Speaking of Yupos, let me go grab the Australian painting, the Australian coral reef painting. So this is the one that we did, and we got the accidental fractals on there. And let me find a good spot. There it is. Here's a good spot. Do you not just like see coral in that? I mean, it dried lovely. It really did, on a gesso board. And I'm thinking, because there's no silicone in this, it'll be really easy. But I'm thinking I'm going to pour resin on top of this to seal it because I just find it so gorgeous. It is amazing. I love it. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys that because off camera I flooded this Yupo and I sprinkled some of that golden fluid acrylic on there. Yeah. That would be really cool. Camille. But this was a Yupo that I did, and I was gonna do it to do a bunch of fractal pendants. But I really love this. I love it to be sitting like this, like it's falling down. And I'm actually thinking I'm gonna get this matted and framed because I think it's so beautiful. It's different. And I'm going to do another experiment. Now we know on this, coming up after I do this live, I'm going to film a video. This was a Artist Loft fluid acrylic poured down. And then I sprinkled the golden flow acrylic. Let's see. This one. The, fluid acrylic. The golden fluid acrylic I mixed with GAC 800 and I sprinkled it on top. There's no silicone in any of this, and this was the reaction that I got from the two different paint brands because of the density being different. So this, after I do this live, I'll be filming my videos for the next week, and during one of those videos, I'll be doing another fractal experiment because we all know Vallejo is about the same texture and density as the golden fluid, the fluid golden acrylic, and Vallejo makes their own pouring medium as well. So I will be using Vallejo paint and pouring medium with the Artist Loft White as a base, and I'll do pretty much the same thing I did as the fractal pour. And we'll see what kind of reactions we get from that. But I'm really, really stoked about this Yupo. I really love it. And I think I'm going to end up varnishing this Yupo straight off and then just have it matted and framed. Anyway, guys, it was really fun to talk to you guys. I'm sorry I've been MIA because I haven't really been feeling well. But I'm back in action, feeling 100% now. I hope you guys got some ideas on how to finish your coasters. I like the finished look of this felt better than anything I've seen on the internet, so I'm pretty happy with that. These are actually ready to go and be laid out on my table. So I'm really, really, really happy, and I can't wait to display them. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day, and I hope you were inspired. Camille, I hope you have a wonderful day too, and say hey to them grandbabies for me, okay? Bye-bye, y'all.